I'm going to show you how to make an open fish pie. For this recipe I'm using 225 grams of plain flour and 125 milliliters of lukewarm water and 1.5 teaspoons of yeast, and I put 1 tablespoon of sugar and I left it to activate, still activating, and a tablespoon of olive oil. To start this, I'm going to add the flour and water and yeast and oil. I'm going to knead this about 10 minutes. I knead the dough and I'm going to leave this half an hour in a warm place to prove a little bit before I work on it. While the dough for the pie is resting, make sure you mix all the other ingredients together. For that I'm using 1 can of salmon, or you can use tuna or mackerel, then 1 teaspoon of pepper with 1 teaspoon of chili powder. You can omit the chili powder if you don't like spicy. Little bit of lemon and a cup of garlic chives, and you can use leeks instead of garlic chives if you can't find this, or spring onions. Then 2 small onions, little bit of capsicum, salt. Going to use 1 tablespoon of thickened cream, then a little bit of tomato sauce and tomato salsa, and half a teaspoon of fish stock powder. To start this, I'm going to add the spices first into a mixing bowl with the onions and the vegetables. You can add any other kind of a vegetable. Then add the lemon juice and then the chives, bit of salt and bit of stock powder and the cream, just a tiny bit to mix all together. Then mix it really well. This is really nice if you can add a little bit of potatoes and carrots too, and the fish, and leave it to marinate until the dough is ready. The dough is ready, so I'm going to put it onto the bench top. Add a bit of semolina or polenta onto the bench and put the dough on that. Then add a little bit more on top and roll this dough for your desired size tray or the pizza stone. I put the dough onto the pizza stone, and it has to be little more than the size of the pizza stone or the tray, and leave the edges in the corner and put the mix. Before adding the mix, I'm going to add some tomato salsa, or you can make your own tomato sauce, and a bit of tomato sauce on top. This is a really hot sauce, or you can buy the pizza sauce or even pasta sauce, it doesn't matter, or your own sauce that you have already made. It's up to your taste. So put it on the base, and onto that add the mix and spread it all over. On top of this you can add cheddar or mozzarella, but I'm using a little bit of leftover feta cheese that I have, and I'm using a low fat version. It's up to you to decide which one you are going to use on a recipe like this. If you use cheddar, the taste is nicer. As there's lots of oil, I'm not going to use it. You can freely use whatever the kind of cheese that you like. Now hold the edges of the dough and fold it to the top of the pizza stone or the tray, and make a nice design while you are taking it onto the top to make it like a little open pot design. So I finished doing the design. It's just folding it with the other fingers to make it like a little collar, and I'm going to put this in the oven 160 about 20 to 30 minutes, or you can do this on the barbecue too. The open fish pie is ready, and hope you will enjoy this recipe. Thank you for watching.